Please come, Laghima. Please sit down.
Good morning, sir.
Have I pronounced your name correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Laghima, please introduce yourself.
Sir,
Please introduce, yeah.
Sir, as you mentioned, my name is Laghima Tiwari. I was born in Alwar, Rajasthan, and thereafter brought up in Delhi. I did my schooling from Delhi itself. I did graduation in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Delhi Technological University. I graduated in 2021 and gave my first attempt in 2022. My interest lies in making best out of waste craft, portrait sketching, and watching sitcoms.
So, have you, Laghima, you must have spent some time in Alwar.
Yes, sir.
Up to what level you were there?
Sir, I was just born there, but I visit it occasionally.
You visit. You like Alwar better or Delhi better?
Sir, there are advantages in both cities.
No, liking has only one, like compared to the two. I'm not asking the advantages and disadvantages, but which place you like more to spend time?
Sir, since my extended family is in Alwar, I like the place more, but my friends are in Delhi, so I like it here also.
Okay. So, Alwar has some region which is very backward. Mewat region.
Yes.
It is part of Haryana and Alwar eastern part of. And you have done something on digital literacy.
Yes.
So how would you impart digital literacy in Mewat region to women who are themselves not literate?
Sir, we can provide digital literacy at various fronts. First of all, sir, we should ensure that women do not need to have all the aspects of digital literacy, but they know basic fronts, like they know how to operate UPI transaction through apps like Google Pay or Phone Pay, and they know how to take benefit of government schemes which are provided digitally. So, sir, this can be the focus area for empowering women. So, second can be economically they use the digital front, and they can sell their products and increase their market reach more through e-commerce sites or social media.
So, Laghima, I'm into a more practical problem that anyone who votes on the ballot unit through the symbols and can't even read
Yes, sir.
the names of the candidate, you are asking them to use iPad and mobile and do all kinds of UPIs. Isn't it slightly mismatched?
Sir, we should start from the basics, and we should start from teaching them basic English first of all, and then teaching them basics of mobile phones, and then we can build up from there.
You mentioned about how to make payment and all. You are a communication engineer also, electronics and communication. How this digital payment revolution has come in India?
So digital payment, majorly nowadays we are using UPI, and there are multiple apps which have UPI integrated into them. So this UPI has linked various bank accounts to a single virtual payment address, and one can transfer money directly using that address, and we do not need to provide our exact details of bank account and other IFSC code, etc.
But UPI is not the only way for digital payments. Can you recall some more ways of digital payment? UPI hasn't taken the major share. There are other areas also. What are the instruments?
So other areas like debit card, credit card, and apart from that, sir, direct bank-to-bank transfers through online mediums are also there.
What are those applications through which?
So,
net banking. How net
net
banking can be done? Is it a UPI, net banking?
No, sir. Net banking is different from UPI.
So what are the various options in net banking? You must have done the net banking
Yes,
ever?
Yes, sir. I have done. Sir, it can be directly done through the bank portal.
What is RTGS?
Sir, RTGS, I'm not.
What is IMPS?
Sorry,
NEFT?
I'll have to.
But
read.
these are sources, the way they can do. Is it not?
Yes.
So why UPI is better? Even Prime Minister says UPI is the best. Why?
Sir, one reason that comes to my mind is it is much easier and
That's
hassle-free.
one.
So another is it is more secure, but because you do not have to enter your account number and
Two.
IFSC details. So these are the reasons.
Something on cost?
Sir, yes, sir. In UPI, additional cost is not being charged. Earlier, it was a provision that it will be charged,
All
but
right.
it didn't.
Okay, Laghima, take you to international relations. In Australian Prime Minister is here. They have discussed about Indo-Pacific zone, security and all. So is Quad a military association like NATO?
No,
Even
sir.
US is making some bases, sending their ships into Quad. India is talking of security in Indo-Pacific zone. So do you think that the subtle motive of Quad is not any other grounds or maybe reason, but to militarily encircle China? China has also mentioned that Quad is basically to encircle them. What are your views?
Sir, in various meetings of Quad, it has been clearly said that it's not a military grouping. Its main focus is on to boost economic and geostrategic ties.
Is the conduct like that?
Yes, sir. We are engaging in cooperation in various fronts like defense, but we are not taking direct any defense stance against any other country, including China.
Okay. Thank you, Laghima.
Thank you, sir.
So, Laghima, you had read electronics.
Yes, sir.
In electronics, which particular area fascinated you most?
Sir, in electronics, analog and digital electronics. And sir, the emerging technology like AI.
In analog, do you think this operational amplifier is a example of analog circuit? Operational amplifier.
Yes, sir. Operational amplifier is an example of analog circuit. Sir, it helps to.
How does it produce results?
Sir, there are two nodes at the input side and one at the output side, and it works on the feedback.
Tell me, how does it multiply?
So it works on the feedback mechanism, and sir, I'm not able to recall the details right now.
I mean, there is an inverter,
Yes, sir.
one inverted output, direct output,
Yes, sir.
and then there is a way to multiply. I see. This is interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Your name suggests that there is some siddhi. Huh? So, is it easy to obtain or difficult to obtain this Laghima?
Sir, in the present scenario, there is no real proof of someone having obtained such siddhis. Like my name means to float
In
freely in the air.
Hanuman Chalisa, they say that Hanumanji was having these siddhis.
Yes, sir, it is quite possible.
What are the other siddhis
Sir, there
which
are
Hanumanji had?
7 other siddhis.
7.
Yes, sir. Anima.
So that means total are 8.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, Anima.
So anima is what? What is the consequences of learning this anima?
Sir, Anima allows you to gain a very small size. In much deeper sense, it also means that
Was
you
it
are
demonstrated
humble.
by Hanumanji or not?
Sir, it was used by Hanumanji.
Where he demonstrated that?
Sir,
In
for entering the Lanka, he reduced his size.
I see. And so anima is one, Laghima is one. Then what is the other one?
Sir, Garima.
Garima. What does it mean?
Garima, sir, means to increase the weight.
Gravity.
Yes, sir.
Total gravity increases.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This Chat GPT. Do you think there are some limitations on it?
So certainly there are limitations. Sir, first of all, ChatGPT has been trained only till 2021, so it cannot provide real-time information. So second is
No, that is what they are claiming. Have you ever seen it?
yes, sir, I have.
But I think if you put a question to Chat GPT, even on current it is giving. They have not claimed, but I have seen it. It gives.
Sir, sometimes, sir, it gives erroneous information. For example, sir,
That's it. What else?
Sir, another is it sometimes gives biased outputs, and the result is also erroneous in some cases. So thirdly, sir, there are concerns related to plagiarism and decreasing quality of education in various education institutions.
How do you rate a Chat GPT output? Do you think we rate it silly or satisfactory or good or first rate or top rate, excellent?
Sir, the output is certainly good, and it has bring about it is for the first time that such sophisticated
Do you think
results are being
do you
provided.
think we'll be able to get rid of all the content writers in different places? Content writers have a great job doing what the chat GPT is doing.
Sir, I don't think so. Sir, ChatGPT can act as an enabler, but ultimately content writers have much more socio-cultural context and the economic context while writing articles, and they have a certain creative stance also. So ChatGPT can act as an enabler, but it cannot replace content writers.
Okay. I see from your DAF that you're as good as a Delhi girl. Is it not? From your primary school, is that. So, tell me, what are the three main problems of Delhi?
So first problem is the air pollution.
Okay.
So second is waste management,
Mhm.
and third is women's safety.
Mhm. In women's safety area, what more can be done? They have done a lot, no doubt. What more can be done?
Sir, there are still certain areas which where CCTV and the infrastructure is not at place. So we can improve that, and we can integrate women-oriented urban planning as we are moving forward. So secondly, we need to induct more women personals in our police forces so that women are more comfortable in reporting crimes. And third, sir, sensitivity at a larger level in the society. From the schools, it has to be taught to both male and female counterparts.
Okay, thank you, Laghima.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, Laghima, your project Unnati.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me a little more about project Unnati and what you achieved as a final outcome?
Sir, in Project Unnati, sir, we basically used to visit urban slums of Delhi, and we used to establish our digital cafes. For that, we used to do field survey and find a suitable entrepreneur for our cafe. We used to provide him training and other basic modules, other content related to the cafes, and we also used to do marketing for the cafe and attract children and other population to take admission in those cafes so that the entrepreneur can earn for himself and have a certain social impact on the area also by promoting digital literacy.
Laghima, have you gone through ACER report?
Yes.
What are the salient points of ACER report? And can you use your project Unnati to address the issue of learning, improving learning?
Sir, I do not remember the exact points, but it has shown that there is a certain learning gap in students, which has increased due to COVID pandemic. And it has also focused on the status of infrastructure, especially digital infrastructure in our schools, both private and government schools. And sir, with regards to Project Unnati, sir, certainly it can increase the learning outcomes. And we not only focus on digital education, but also education through digital medium. So, sir, basic subjects like English and other subjects can also be integrated with our program to bridge the
What
learning
about
gap.
maths? Can maths also be integrated?
Yes, sir, maths can certainly be integrated after we make our modules on the same subject and give some basic training to our entrepreneur.
Laghima, there was a news item today that cryptocurrency now will be under Money Laundering Act. So, what is your opinion on this? Does it mean in a way Government of India is going to ban cryptocurrency again?
So, cryptocurrency in Money Laundering Act, I think it's a positive step, and it does not amount to banning of the currency altogether. It's a measure which will help in regulating the currency because cryptocurrency can be highly misused, and this will aid in that.
So, what are the concerns on cryptocurrency that Government of India has come out with this new regulation?
So, first concern is the anonymity which is related to cryptocurrency, due to which it can be highly misused for illegal purposes like drug trafficking and buying weaponry, as well as for money laundering. So, second is it is difficult to regulate cryptocurrency because it is prevalent in the international domain, and if we try to ban it, it can go underground. So these are the main concerns.
Okay, now coming to comparison between CBDC and UPI. Can you compare the two?
So central bank digital currency will be the exact replica of the physical rupee, but in digital domain. So whereas UPI is a payment mechanism, it is not a token or a digital rupee. It is a payment mechanism in which there is direct bank to bank transfer. So while one is a token, other is just a mechanism.
Okay, okay. One more question on G20.
Yes.
What is the logo of G20? Can you describe everything about logo of G20?
So the logo of G20 has a globe earth over a lotus, and the lotus has 7 petals which are representative of 7 continents and the oceans, and it is colored in our national flag colors.
And anything else written there?
Yes. So it is written Vasudev Kutumbakam, one earth, one future, one family.
What is it? One
Earth,
One earth.
family, one future.
one family,
Sorry.
one future. And from where Vasudev Kutumbakam has been taken?
So it is taken from a Upanishad. I am not able to recall the name.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Laghima, you are from Rajasthan and have been staying at Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Can you compare the status of women in these two places, Rajasthan and some maybe one or two similarities, one or two differences? It's your choice.
Sir, first comparison. So first, the sex ratio in both the states is below the national average. Sir, in Delhi, it can be due to the migration, but in Rajasthan, it is due to inherent problems. So second, in Delhi, women are more liberal, more educated as compared to Rajasthan, where female literacy is as low as 52%. In Delhi, it is 80%. So thirdly, the employment in Delhi is more with respect to women. In Rajasthan, it is less, but women are also engaging in various agricultural and handcraft related activities in Rajasthan. So fourthly, regarding women have more independence with respect to their career choices and education choices in Delhi.
Laghima, now have you been keeping track of G20? What has been happening under G20 in the last couple of weeks?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me some different theme group meetings which have happened?
So one meeting was between the finance ministers and central
There is
bank.
one, okay.
So another was regarding the startup, related to the startup.
Right.
So
Anything on corruption? Anything anti-corruption?
yes, sir. One meeting was there on
Anti-corruption. So what was our India's main thrust area? What was our viewpoint? What was our main part of our statement?
Sir, I'm not able to recall the
Okay,
exact.
no problem. Now, Laghima, Delhi comes under zone 4 of earthquake, that susceptibility, vulnerability. So that has made earthquake preparedness a very important part of our urban governance. So what areas do you think should be added as a part of earthquake preparedness in the urban planning of Delhi?
So first of all the new buildings that are being built, they should abide by the earthquake regulations and rules. So secondly, all the historical monuments as well as the buildings which are there, they should be retrofitted so that they are earthquake resistant. And sir, the various illegal encroachments and the illegal colonies, we should also see to them as they are under major threat in the event of an earthquake.
Now, one of your hobbies is best out of waste.
Yes.
So waste is, you just mentioned in one of your answer that waste is one of the problems in Delhi. So what are the areas, what are the possibilities of converting waste into from waste to wealth? Can you identify?
So first is waste to energy. There are waste to energy plants in different parts of Delhi too. So second is we can convert plastic waste in developing roads, and it has been done in various parts. So third is to convert our biodegradable waste into compost, which can be used in agriculture. So fourth is we can use upcycling as a mechanism in our at a decentralized level, so that our burden on recycling and it reduces to create some objects like in Bharat Darshan Park and Waste to Wonder Park, which are in Delhi.
Laghima, this now women participation in our labor force is to the tune of about 25-26%. And there have been statements by economists and all experts that unless we raise this percentage, India cannot achieve its target of 5 trillion economy and then proceed further towards 7 trillion, 10 trillion and even 27 trillion economy by 2047. So how to increase this women's participation in the labor force? What are 2-3 steps you think must be taken by the government as well as by the society?
So first step, in my opinion, should be a more enabling infrastructure in public spaces, in offices. For example, toilets and even creche facilities should be provided to women. So second can be, there should be, we should manage to break the glass ceiling, because women do enter in the lower level positions, but they are still absent from the higher level. So there should be more role models for women. So third can be, we should promote the girls from the very ground level, from the school times, so that they understand that their employment is not a secondary task in the family, and they should see it as a primary role.
My last question, Laghima, can you tell me a few new and latest technologies which are now we are either using or about to use in agriculture to promote agricultural production, to increase agricultural production?
So one technology is drone technology. So second is Internet of Things. It can be used to in irrigation and other mechanisms. So third is AI and machine learning. It can be used for weather prediction.
Okay. You talked of drones. So is there any central government scheme for use of drones in our agriculture? Are you aware?
Yes, sir. In the last budget, Kisan drone scheme was introduced.
Right. Thank you, Laghima.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, Laghima, why do you wish to join civil services, and in which areas would you like to work?
So, civil services, it took a more solid form in my college days. I was part of a society in Actors Retail, and as part of it, I got to work in various domains like digital literacy, and I also got to interact with ground level public as well as some senior civil servants, and that gave me that really boosted me to join the services. And it also provides me a chance to join the government and have a responsible role at such a young age. So, regards to your second question, my priorities, sir, it will be regarding the first women-related issues as I closely relate to it. So, second will be education, and third will be health, waste management.
As a student of anthropology, can you name any one tribal leader and highlight his or her contribution towards tribal development?
So, Birsa Munda is a very popular tribal leader, and he integrated the tribal communities of Jharkhand area against the atrocities of the British Raj, and he also promoted various welfare schemes in there, like the importance of education. He did work in this direction.
What do you understand by ODOP, and can you also tell about the benefits of ODOP?
Sir, ODOP stands for One District, One Product. And regarding the benefits of ODOP, so first will be, it will promote local MSMEs as well as local employment. Second, sir, it will arrest migration to urban areas, and it will help prevent unplanned urbanization which is happening in various metro cities. So third, it will also promote regional tourism, which will bring more income to the local economy.
You like watching sitcoms.
Yes.
So why is it called a sitcom?
So sitcom basically stands for situational comedy, And it is called so because in sitcoms the story revolves around certain main characters, and there are various versions, and we present their lives in a more satirical and humorous way.
He also like portrait sketching. So, what is the difference between sketching and portrait?
Sorry, sir, poetry or portrait? Okay. Sir, sketching is a rough drawing which can be done using a pencil. Sir, portrait stands for two things. First of all, it is the depiction of a human or a person. So second, it's also an orientation, and it is opposite to the landscape. In portrait, we have height is greater than the width.
Okay, so thank you, Laghima. I pass on to Chairman, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, Laghima, you heard of Shaliza Dhami?
Sorry, sir, I am unable to recall.
Okay. Shaliza Dhami, it came in the paper that she will be the first woman to be, a part of combative unit in the army.
Yes, sir, now I am remembering.
You recall now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So my question basically is that just like civil services is open all the time for women, why shouldn't defense services be open just like that? Instead of opening one by one, now the combative unit can have women. Why doesn't defense open the entire, all the frontiers for women? Let them choose whether they want to join or not. What do you have to say?
Sir, I agree with your opinion. And sir, I think defense is opening slowly to the women. Defense has come a long way, and I'm hopeful that in the future, all the areas in defense sector will be open to women, as women will be able to contribute much more to the defense sector too.
So not opening immediately, if somebody challenges in the Supreme Court to say that there is no equality. So as per the constitution as the rights, you think Supreme Court will have to say yes, bring equality in?
So Supreme Court has taken certain judgments in this regard, like the Babita Punia case. And
So why is Defense Ministry not bound with any such judgment which you are mentioning, and should open all the areas immediately to follow the constitution?
So the Defense Ministry has taken positive steps to induct women, and sir, there are certain concerns which are also taken into account, but largely, sir, women are being inducted at various fields in defense, and it will only increase in future.
Laghima, we have, from our side, we have exhausted our questions. If you think that something has been missed out from your DAF and we did not ask any question, you may let me know. I can ask the last question.
No, sir, thank you. It was a very pleasant experience for
Okay.
me.
So, Laghima, that's all for the interview. We would call you again after a few minutes. Meanwhile, you can be in the next room.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. May I come in, sir?
Please come, Laghima. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Laghima, now first of all, we would like to ask you how you think you have done.
Sir, I could do better in some areas. Like, sir, the corruption related questions are asked. And, sir, other areas like digital literacy, you asked in the beginning also.
So, but Laghima, you have a very, very good personality. The panel is very impressed by your personality, your pleasant personality. You were able to, you are very, very confident, the ease with which you were, fielding all the questions and replying to the best of your capabilities. You were very good. You were confident. You were in a conversation mode. We liked conversing with you. And content also by and large was very good. You lack some depth in your answers and in your content, and also a little bit more about current affairs. I don't know whether you're reading newspapers. You can write if you want. I don't know whether you're reading newspapers regularly or not. Are you?
Yes, sir.
18th April. So you have time, Laghima, and not that you need too much of preparation, but just brush up your DAF areas, right? So Alwar, I asked you, you were able to, I mean, the question was different. Idea basically was to give you an idea that Mewat area, how underdeveloped Mewat is. And you know Mewat, I have been in Alwar, so I know. So, I mean, the males, they don't study beyond 8th, 9th. The females. So that's why I asked you digital literacy for that area particularly. So, as you rightly corrected yourself, that you need to first of all language उनको पढ़ाना है. Since you have done this, digital literacy thing can be asked from anywhere. It's such a ingoing thing, and that too when somebody is electronics and communication engineer. So from that angle, but since you have already worked, so start with basics, language. Even when you handle computer, we learn language, right? So that is one, and I'm not into answering all the questions, but you need to go into the depth. Even this digital payments, this is something which is Prime Minister has spoken just day before that UPI has to be more inclusive. It has already crossed the borders also. You did mention about UPI, but digital payment, ecosystem has got, UPI has still not attained the highest share, mind you. RTGS is the most because it has business में जो वही काम आता है. So you should know what, and you're a communication and electronic engineer all the more. So read about it, not just digital payment, everything about it. International relation also, I think Quad I asked you, but you answered them very well. And rest is all fine. You are very good. You are very structured, I would say, in one of the answers that you gave of the Honorable Member, Mr. Anil. On women, I think. One thing you could avoid, when you introduced, you said first attempt, second attempt, don't mention attempts. Alright? So that's all from my side. Otherwise, you are excellent.
Laghima, you are a very good candidate, and you are able to express yourself in a methodical way. I mean, structuring the answer, that is perfect. Let it continue that way only. And you have time, so that means you have to study in depth everything what is with you, whether you are electronics and communication, whether anthropology, whether current affairs. Current affairs are also very important. So, study them and prepare. And whatever can be taken out from your DEF, write down answers. Make questions, make answer. In your own hand, in your own pen handwriting. Don't write on computer. So once you do that, all the DEF questions will be ready with you, and broadly answers will be ready to you. So when whatever type of question is asked, then you will be able to conjure up the answer, tuning to the question. Every time you cannot say, okay, I have prepared this way, I will answer this way only. Same thing can be asked in 10 other ways. So answer should be tuned to the question. Like, as I said, you are a Delhi girl. So Delhi problems we asked. Now there can be many questions relating to Delhi. Or there can be very specific questions about women, or even pollution, or whatever the third you mentioned. All that can be specific questions. So keep the answers ready and tune them at last minute to suit the question's requirement. Okay? Thank you.
So Laghima, you are very good. Good conversation, good personality, good communication. Project Unnati will give rise to a number of streams of questions. All right, entrepreneurship, social entrepreneurship, ASA report, impact of ASA report, and what all I asked. So prepare well on ASA report. All right. Go into details of ASA report and digital literacy gap. Digital gap that may bring further BharatNet program. So progress on BharatNet, cryptocurrency under money laundering. Read more. Read today's newspaper to learn on why Government of India has come out with this. And how will it monitor cryptocurrency? Because you were making a statement that while cryptocurrency cannot be traced, so if it cannot be traced, what is the meaning of the law? So read complete news in detail today. Then CBDC UPI was good, logo was good. Read from where this Vasudev Kutumbakam has been taken and full meaning of the shlok. All right? So just keep it up, you're good.
Well, Laghima, all points have been covered. I won't repeat. You're an excellent candidate. Your confidence, you were very relaxed. Just small observation that when Chairman Sir asked for your introduction, you began by saying, "Sir, as you mentioned, my name is so and so." So as you mentioned, you can skip. You start with my name, "Sir, I am so and so," and then start with graduation, etc., etc. Okay, and a little bit of smile. You are very good, but I think a little bit of more smile during the course of deliberation would add further to your performance. Just 5%. You were otherwise looking absolutely fine. I'm not saying that you are looking tense or you are not looking confident. Just a little more dose of smile. Okay, all the best.
So I think all the points have been covered. Initially, you seemed nervous, but you were able to control it. So just keep it up and keep working on content. Wish you all the best. I pass on to Chairman Sir.
So, Laghima, anything you would like to ask us? Nothing. So, we have given you 68% today.
187 marks.
So, you have done very well. So, this is your first UPSC interview?
Yes, sir.
Good. And how much and your first attempt in mains?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So, Laghima, you are very promising, and just try to follow whatever we have mentioned, plus your own efforts. You have all the time. So, the difference in your, the way you are better than many of the candidates. We have interviewed more than 450 candidates so far. So when we give marks, it's relative also. So this 68, 70, 75 group is just not more than 10% or 15%. So you are in that category. You can always have an edge on other candidates, in the final list. So work more and read more. Right? All the very best to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.